Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today, working by myself, and I'm going to be working on a reflection, a Grand Design reflection. Believe their batteries are not charging, so the converter's suspect. So let's go. Let's just get right into this one, and we'll go see what's going on. So I'm up in the belly of this beast here. Right here's our deck mount converter. First thing we're going to do is get our meter out. We're going to check the anti-polarity fuses. Put our scale on DC. Set this up here. Maybe y'all can see it. Maybe you can't. I don't know. Yeah. We're just going to hook onto the ground wire, and well, y'all can see, but I can't see. I think I'm more important than y'all. Alright, I had technical difficulties during this little section here. Imagine that, huh? But all I was doing was using my meter to check those anti-polarity fuses. Just ground the black lead on my meter, use the red one on both sides of the fuse. One of the fuses I thought wasn't good, and I ended up pulling it out and actually testing it with the ohm meter part of my meter just to double check, and it was good. I put it back in, and then I was able to get power on both sides. But now the only DC power I was getting at this converter was battery power. It was like 12.03. That's how much charge was left in the batteries, and that's all I was ever getting. So we determined that the converter was bad. There was good AC power going in, no DC power coming out, so that means it's bad. So we're gonna start replacing it right now with a brand new one. Yeah, I'm sideways because I'm laying down. Does everybody understand what we did there? We went to the batteries and we confirmed that our batteries had 12 volts in them, 12.06 or whatever. So we just came to the converter. We checked those anti-polarity fuses. We know the converter's getting AC power. We actually do need to verify that, make sure, but the fan came on. So I believe that means that we should have AC power, but I do need to verify that. Just thought of that. So if you've got AC power coming in and you've got no DC power coming out, just battery voltage showing on your output, then you know the converter is not charging. So let me go grab something real quick, and we'll just verify 100% they'll have good AC power going into the converter. Compartment here, but it's plugged in over here. It's plugged in the back of the power distribution panel, which is right here. So we're going to get this cover off here and just verify that we actually have good AC power going into that converter. Whenever you have one of these deck mounted converters, it's going to be plugged in somewhere just in a receptacle or in the back of your power distribution panel or somewhere. They're not hardwired, they just plug in. This one plugs in right here. So we're just going to take our old analog meter, plug in there, and just make sure we have good AC power. And we do. I know you can't see it, but I can. Trust me. We've got good AC power going to our converter, and we know now for a fact that the converter is bad. So we're going to change it out. We'll leave this hanging right here so we can get the new one plugged in. So let's go back to the belly. Well, I had more technical difficulties here with my mics. I love these mics. When they work fantastic. But there's just so much you got to watch. You know, when me and Cameron both have a mic, you know, we've got 2 transmitters and a receiver. We have to watch, make sure a battery hasn't died somewhere, because what happened today was my battery died in my transmitter. So anyhow, all I was doing was getting the old converter. That was the new one I just put over there out of the way. I'm just trying to get the old converter, the screws out of it to hold it to the floor, so I can get around to the back of it to get the side actually, get the ground wire off, and pull it out here a little bit so it's easier to get the positive and negative wires off of it. And so that's all I'm doing here, is just getting the 2 screws out of the deck. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 4. This one here had 2. So once you get those out, then you can, like I say, you can pull that converter out. Usually there's a little bit of extra wire on them, and make life a lot easier if you can move that thing out where you can get to it a little bit. So that's what we're doing here. Well, I tried to pull this converter out a little bit where I could get to it, and daggone the ground wire, they pulled the ground wire, you know, from somewhere through that lug on that converter, and then looped that ground wire around to somewhere else. And I couldn't even get some gorilla put that screw into that ground lug. I couldn't even get that. I couldn't even get that screw broke loose. So I ended up just taking side cutters. You'll see that here in just a minute, and just cut that ground wire off on both sides of that lug. And then I ended up just wire nutting those together with another piece of ground wire, and run that to my new converter, and that worked just fine. I'll show you that here in a minute. I believe I got some video of that. Yeah, I've already cut that that ground wire, that bare wire. Now I'm getting the positive and negative posts loosened up, and those are going to be Allen wrench. So was that ground lug, but it was not going to come loose. And no big deal cutting that ground wire, because like I said, I couldn't get the screw out of that ground lug anyway, so I was going to have to cut that wire, because I wasn't going to go follow the end of it, figure out where it went, take that end loose, pull it all the way back through that ground lug. So no, I wasn't going there anyway. So I was going to cut it. I was going to cut it no matter what. So I just had to cut it on both sides, and then we lost a 1/2 inch of ground wire. No big deal. And then I just put a short piece of ground wire under the wire nut with that, and then grounded that to the new one. So so yeah, we're just getting these ground wires, and the positive wires. Those go straight to the battery, or no, probably go to the converter. I'm sorry, they go to the converter, and then from there it goes to the battery to charge the battery. So so yeah, we're just getting those loose, and then we're gonna pull the old converter out here, and we'll get ready to start slipping that new one right back in there. So easiest to go ahead and get one of these. This is a 60 amp converter. I carry a 60 amp on the truck just because it will cover a lot more converters. So let's just go ahead and get one positive and one negative opened up, so it's easier to do right now than it is once we get it back in there. And these are marked positive and negative, so you'll remember which wire is which, because you paid attention when you were taking it apart. So we're gonna see, And our ground lug is right on the back of this one. So we're gonna have to put this thing in there backwards, hook our ground wires up. Matter of fact, I think we're going to end up putting a piece of ground wire in this lug back here, right there, and then we're gonna have to wire nut those two wires together to it. So let me go get a little piece of ground wire and a wire nut. I don't think I can get both wires in there. That's a pretty small lug. So let me go get a little piece of wire and a wire nut. All right, so I got my short piece of wire. Let's put that in there. Tighten that up. And it may still be easier to just go ahead and wire nut these together before we get it all the way back in there. All right, now that is good to go. Now we're done fooling around. Feed that power cable back through there. Slide this converter back here where it belongs. Over and around and under. There's our two battery cables. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the negative one first. Does anybody remember what color? You better, because I do. The wires won't go back in there. Go ahead and raise that lug bolt up just a little bit more, because it should go in there pretty easy. If you try and stuff it in there, chances are you're not going to get it in there good. So we're just going to snug this thing up real good. Not full Gorilla though. Tiny Gorilla. Baby Gorilla. Good enough. That one slipped right in. Snug that one up. Now before we slide that thing all the way back in there, and we're going to go ahead and just test it out here. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Just doing a quick visual inspection after I got back in there. Our ground wire came out none of that blue wire nut. So you gotta be careful. You gotta watch and check and double check. I'm gonna climb up right in y'all's way and do that again. So now it's back in there where it belongs. So I'll be right back. All right, actually the installation is complete because I had to get up in there in such a bad place to get that wire nut back on there that I just went ahead and screwed it down while I was at it. So we can just ground to the case. I'm going to show you
that we have no power, and the customer is going to plug that in. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, please. So we're still disconnected from the batteries. So now we can see that the converter is putting out 13.46 volts. So now we know our converter is good. And as soon as we reconnect the batteries, then we know we're going to be charging them, because anything over 12 volt in a 12 volt battery is going to charge the battery. So yeah, we're going to call this one done. So we'll just go ahead and button this up real quick, and then we will finish up. Just to make absolutely sure before I leave here, we're going to make sure that our batteries are charging here. They just bought 2 brand new 6 volt batteries and put in this. So I don't know if y'all be able to see that or not, because I need both hands. We're going to go from the positive on one end to the negative on the other. And we got 12.6, so that's what, almost 0.6 of a volt more than we had a little bit ago. And and it's climbing. As we stood here and held these leads on here long enough, it would probably be up around 13.4 is what our converter's putting out. So we're good to go. We know that, we have verified that, and we can leave here with all the confidence in the world that our repair is done and done correctly. So I'm just going to put the power distribution center back in the wall, pick up my tools, and I'm going to get out of here. And so it's just a really quick little video on diagnosing and replacing your deck mounted power converter. And so I'm going to go up the road and fix another one, and y'all have a fantastic day.